What's up guys? In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to use the power of attention and validation in order to get girls to chase you and become more attracted. And then I'm going to go over a clip showing and demonstrating this exact same thing. As humans, we love to be validated. You can see this in a club with girls, especially in a group. If you go up to a group of girls, they will typically compete for that attention. Now, it might not always be in the way that we hope. It might not be in the way that they all want to flirt with you, that they all want to speak to you, but it might be in the way that they are the one that gets to say go away, that they are the one to reject you, to say it's a girl's night, to put their back to you. So this might come across in different ways, but women are still competing for that power. And it's the exact same with men. If you're in a circle with a bunch of your mates and a girl comes up, even if she's not the most attractive girl to you, you would still probably want to be the one that she speaks to or the one that she wants attention from. And I'm sure we've all witnessed what happens when girls get too much attention and validation from a guy. I'm sure you've seen a girl meets a guy on a dance floor, they start chatting, the guy immediately starts saying how amazing she is, how pretty she is, he tries to get all over her, he starts making out with her. The girl quickly just becomes bored and disinterested and moves on and maybe meets someone else. And who knows, maybe you've even been that guy in that situation and just thought like, what went wrong? It might have been that you were just giving away too much attention towards this girl. Instead, we want to give her just the right amount of validation so that she feels good around us, but not too much that she gets bored, disinterested. And we don't want to take too much away with making her feel like rejected or making her ego flare up. It becomes a fine balance that we almost treat like a roller coaster with giving validation and taking it away. It creates this exciting time and it gives her a chance to be able to chase and really not know what's going to happen next. Learning to be able to run the interaction with this roller coaster of giving and stripping validation, you're typically going to achieve three things. Number one, as we mentioned, it shows that you're not overly attainable. It shows that you have standards, that you're not just going to go after every single girl. And when a girl sees that and she sees that you're not chasing her, typically it's going to trigger them to say, hang on a second, like, why is this guy not into me? You know, she might not even be attracted in the first place, but she wants to know why you're not chasing her like every single other guy does. So that might in itself trigger her to try flirt with you and get that attention and validation that she wants. Number two, the act of stripping validation in itself is going to show that you're not worried about rejection. It shows the girl that you don't judge your own value based on what others think of you. That really true intrinsic confidence is an attractive trait. It's typically what girls are looking at when they think about personality in men. Number three is acting in this way often means that you're not worried about losing this one girl. So it means and it shows that you have pre-selection, that you have other options, that there are other girls that are into you. And this in itself, this pre-selection, is almost like a subconscious trigger for a girl to find you attractive. Now, not only this, but you can show this in person. If you're speaking to a group of girls and this girl says, bye, see, it's a girls' night, you can just turn to the friends, validate them platonically. You can say, you guys are so friendly, you guys seem so cool. Have a conversation with them. You can slowly start showing your personality, building value, and you've left that girl on the outside of this conversation. And of course, she's going to want that back. She's going to chase. So now let's go and have a look at this clip. So this is from a boot camp we're running. And essentially a couple of students told me about this girl that was very flirtatious, but then essentially just rejected them, told them a little bit. And immediately what I thought is, okay, she tried getting that validation from the guys, she had them around their little finger, and then she rejected them. So I spoke to them about this idea and I wanted to basically demonstrate it. So this is what you're gonna see now.
You look like you're having fun.
No, I think she's working. You work, right?
No, bye-bye.
You work here, yes?
No,
She works here. So, yeah.
no.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice time.
You too, have a lovely
Okay,
time.
definitely.
It's really nice to
Bye-bye.
meet you. Sorry, I'm just with my friend, 1 second. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Immediately I went in and I didn't want to give her any sexual validation whatsoever. So the frame of it was like, you work here, right? Like, do you need something? You okay? You work here, yeah? And I didn't want to give that to her. And you notice immediately she's like, bye-bye. She's like, have a nice time. And I didn't want to leave the interaction on that note. I didn't want to leave the interaction with her thinking, okay, I told these guys to go away. Like it was my decision. So instead I said, hey, sorry, one second. I just interrupted her, like as if she was trying to talk to me, which she wasn't. But hey, 1 second, sorry, hey, I'm with my friend, 1 second. She's never been told to wait 1 second by a guy in a club. And you can see her reaction. She's basically gonna be standing here waiting, wondering why. Like, why did you tell me to wait?
So yeah,
Okay.
oh, sorry, I'm just with my friend. It was nice to meet you. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Very nice to meet you. Have a nice time here in
Where are you from?
Budapest. From Hungary.
Oh, fuck off. I was hoping you were Italian.
Shit.
Yeah. He has
You notice there, I come back in, I give a little bit of validation. I ask, like, where are you from? And she tells me Budapest or Hungary, whatever she mentioned. And immediately I act disappointed, disinterested. No, don't tell me that. I said, you know, we're wishing you're Italian. Now, it doesn't have to be that extreme. This can be a lot more subtle, obviously. You could simply say, oh, okay, no, I guess that's okay. Next question. The stripping of validation, this is obviously a demonstration, but it doesn't need to be so extreme. You can do it in a lot more subtle ways.
So I'm
It's
sorry.
fine, don't worry. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just so
Again, I take the attention away and you can see her face. She's like smiling in shock and she's kind of turning to her friend like, what the hell? She is a very confident girl. Like the way she speaks is she projects her voice, she holds eye contact. She's very confident and she's never really been challenged in this way, I suspect.
what's happening here, right? Is that she's the minute I go up, it's like bye-bye. So I keep acting as if I'm rejecting her.
Yeah.
Sorry, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Oh, you're hungry. Oh, that's so good. Like just reject. You strip all this validation, then I can be like, actually, hell, what was your name? Right? And I want that validation back.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
So exactly what I just basically explained there. Now I keep talking to the student now for a little bit longer, as you can see, and I'm basically just waiting for her to show some more signs. I didn't want to just go back in while looks like she's talking to the friend here, or you know, she might be ignoring us. I want to wait for that moment until she's searching for that attention again. She's searching for that validation. She's wondering if we're going to come back. And so we kind of just wait, and then we reopen.
We can reopen her in a second. Just tap her and be like, hey, I'm just curious one thing. Just one thing. Right? Yeah, no. Just I'm curious, just one thing. Tap her.
Yes?
I mean, you can see that as soon as he goes up and speaks to her again, she immediately squares up, direct eye contact. Yes, she's like right back into that conversation.
What? You have eyes in the back of your head. So
What would you like to drink?
maybe. What do I like to drink?
Beer?
Beer.
Beer. So,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You tell me that you think that I'm working here, so I can give you only beer. So, if you don't like it,
Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. So you notice straight away the minute you came over, attention, right? Attention right at you, right? Now, sorry, 1 second.
excuse me.
You get that attention right away. Now, as soon as you gauge for attention back, she
just tries getting back into it.
what do you drink? Hey, what are you drinking?
Beer.
Say attention. Beer.
Beer.
What the fuck is that?
Beer.
I don't know what that is. So you take the attention away a little bit. See, laughing, attention. No, because is this hey, focus. Is this some fucking
hot beer.
Hungarian hot
milk.
beer?
Hot milk.
Does it taste like shit?
Milk.
So you take the attention away a little bit.
From a cow.
And attention.
Milk from a cow.
Okay. Does it taste good?
Yeah.
Now you can test for compliance a little bit. Here, let me taste. That's investment now, right?
Okay,
We're
free
starting to
drink.
invest. Yeah, free drink. See, now she's even price framing me. They'll take you a drink of it. You're so funny. I'm doing a little bit of touch contact. You're actually very cute. You're very cute. What's your name?
Okay. So I'm a worker.
See that?
From a sim.
And then it's back to No, what's your name?
I'm a worker from.
My name's Mark.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Mark.
meet you. This is. Listen. Okay. Stop.
Nice to meet you.
Stop. You're way too pretty and intelligent to be acting like this, okay? Too much sass. You're better than a Hungarian girl, yes? You're not like these people.
Alright, just to be clear, I don't hate Hungarian women. It's just that she's the type of girl that views herself as better than the other girls at the club. And so you can encourage certain behaviors through that frame. Like, listen, don't act like all these people that obviously you feel you're better than.
The original black man or a black woman.
I love your sass. It's so good. Seriously, so much fun. What is this?
My shoes.
Oh, she loves dominant guys. That's why.
We get that.
Loves dominant guys. Yeah.
At least she's ready.
Yeah.
And if I like to be a dominant,
You can switch, yes? There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
can, of course. And I will choose.
Do you like tantra? Do you know
I
this?
will choose.
No, you won't. Listen, I always fucking choose. So I just escalating now, right? I always fucking choose sexual.
So you can see there, that last clip, she's like fanning her face and smiling, and I took it to a point where we started to escalate. Now from here, I'll fast forward it. You can see I basically start speaking to the friend and give the student an opportunity now to speak with the girl. And that continues on for a little bit, and then I bounce off to another student. But you can see there, that interaction went from her having this like entitled attitude, telling you bye-bye after, you know, rejecting a bunch of the other students. And we were able to change that to a dynamic where she was chasing us a little bit. There were times where we were completely ignoring her, standing there having a conversation. She was just watching, and at times even trying to come back in. And so you need to have this back and forth. Now, I'm gonna reiterate, a lot of this was exaggerated, for example. It can be more subtle for sure. And more importantly, it's better to have someone else to speak to instead of your wing, instead of your friend, instead of the student. If that was a group set and she had her friends there, then it would have been a lot easier to just convert that attention onto the friend. So if you approach and she says bye-bye, just turn to the friend. Hey, you look so friendly. If you're talking to her and she's like, this is milk, or you know, whatever she was trying to say, you can simply be, okay, turn to the friend and now give the friend attention and validation. And you can just bounce it off between them. And so now, look, if that girl wants an opportunity to try to troll you and say it's milk, if that girl wants an opportunity to say bye-bye, if that girl wants an opportunity to have your attention and validation, she needs to chase. She needs to come back in. And so typically what happens is, as you're speaking to the friend, that gives you an opportunity to build value. It gives you an opportunity to show that this girl might potentially be into you, or at least likes having you there as a person. And over this, even like 1 or 2 minutes is usually enough for that girl to go from someone that would have immediately blown you out to someone now that is a lot more interested, a lot more attracted. They aren't bored, they aren't disinterested, and there's room there for them to chase. That's the most important thing you guys should take from this, is you should always leave a little bit of room for the girl to be able to invest in chasing you. And one way is just slightly taking away from the amount of validation that you're gonna be giving the girl. So guys, Alex did a webinar last week that was 1 hour on going into group dynamics in the club. So very similar principles to this. If you want access to that, I'm gonna put some links down the bottom. So one is the free Facebook group, you can find it in there. And the other one is just sign up to our VIP mail list and we'll just email it out to you guys. So as always, if you like this video, please hit a thumbs up. If you wanna see more of our content, hit subscribe, get the bell on, you'll be notified about when our next video is out. And let me know in the comments any questions you have around attention, group dynamics. Let me know and we'll answer them. All right, guys, be nice, and we'll see you guys next week.